Super Casey here, and you're listening to This Freakin' Show.
What's up, everybody? I am Travis here, and welcome to another episode of This Freakin' Show. It is the weekly podcast with a little bit of something and a whole lot of nothing. Same weekly podcast as brought to you by the Firepit Bar and Grill of Peotone, Illinois. If you're looking for a down-home country restaurant that offers a burger and beer for just $7.99 every Monday and Wednesday, 75-cent wings on Tuesday, free bingo on Thursday, and it's that time of year where it starts to get a little bit nicer out to where you get live music over the weekends. Check out the Firepit Bar and Grill Peotone. You can find my Facebook at Firepit Bar. And if you're a fan of quality dress garments, apparel, accessories, whatever you want to call them, if you're looking for a high quality tie, that is, you need to check out WeAreDeportise.com. They make high quality ties for just $15 a piece. Handmade, really quality, for an affordable price of just $15. Plus, bonus, if you go to checkout, go to the promo code and type in FREAKIN. That's right, that is Freakin'. You save on shipping. Buy a plethora of ties for $15 a piece. Save on shipping with the promo code Freakin', FREAKIN. That's WeAreDeportise.com. Apologize to all of you for not having a show out last week. As I mentioned over the Facebook, This Freakin' Show Facebook. Hope you're following it, liking it. I didn't feel good at all last week. If you guys remember, or I think I only mentioned it on the JFW podcast that I did the polar plunge in Chicago. Not last Sunday, previous Sunday, so 2 weeks ago. Chicago, I guess, does a polar plunge thing to support the Special Olympics. So I was a part of that for work. It was a lot of fun. Happy to do it. Of course, it was 19 degrees outside, and the water, which I have no idea what the temperature of the water was, but I can guarantee you it was a lot colder than the 19. They had to break ice away in order to make water, enterable, if that could be a real word for the sake of this conversation. Did it. I submerged myself to about beard level. Splashed up, obviously. I mean, I got soaked, which, good cause. Happy to do it. But I think between that and my annual or semi-annual, biannual, however you want to call it, case of asthmatic bronchitis that I do get from time to time, caused me to be sick. I wasn't really feeling it last week, so I skipped. But I'm back here, and no guest. There are no guests for this week, because I kind of wanted to take this time to kind of recap everything that's going on with the show, as well as everything coming up. So I guess we'll just dive right into it. It probably won't be a really long show. This is probably going to be a show that I'm going to put together and release on my own. So Derek, I hope you enjoyed your couple of weeks off from editing. So don't worry about it. I'll take care of this one. You get to catch the next one, which will probably be next week. Hopefully, we'll see how next week goes. I did have a plan for next week's show, which I was gonna have one of my family members on, Uncle Andy. Truly an uncle. It's a legit uncle. No fake names or goofy character things or whatever. It really is my uncle, Andy. He is going to come on the show to do talk about baseball. Baseball season's coming up. Opening day is in just a few weeks here, so I'm really excited for that because I am a huge baseball fan, as I've mentioned in this show in the past. We're going to record it at the end of this week, which is technically Thursday, today, if you will, as this show gets released. But because real life does happen, as we all know, he had to fly out west for work. So we're going to have to put that on hold. We're going to see what we can do about getting that edited as soon as, or recorded as soon as possible. and get it released out to you guys so you could hear, our conversation, because we're going to talk a little bit about what was going on through off season as far as free agencies. Probably talk a little bit about the upcoming draft, and also we're going to do our little contest that I did with GCR a couple years ago, where we pick our winners of who we believe is going to be in the playoffs, and also the World Series winner and stuff like that. So it'll be a lot of fun to do that too. And it's going to be super special to me because I'm going to be doing it with my Uncle Andy, which unfortunately I'll talk a little bit about my personal life. It's not a big deal. I mean, who's going to fucking judge me? It's travesty, for God's sakes. It's a rebuilding a family that you kind of feel like you lose touch with over the years and everything. This year with this freaking show has obviously been a blessing, because if you guys again followed Facebook, you noticed a few weeks ago that the recordings or the views of this show have gone up, which is really awesome. I'm not sniffling because I'm crying. I'm still getting over the sickness and everything, so I'm still congested and everything, so I do apologize if you hear a lot of sniffling and everything. So, it's really cool to kind of like rebuild those family relationships and everything. And this year, I also got a chance to watch a lot of football games and stuff with my uncle as the Bears were playing, so that was pretty cool. And I just, extended the offer for him to come on the show to talk about baseball, and he agreed to it, without hesitation, which is pretty awesome to do, because I know, big thing, he also enjoys family values, so doing something like this with his nephew, I'm sure he really enjoys, but at the same time, he is a huge baseball fan, as am I, so to go and do something like that on this show with me is probably going to be something really special that we do. Wow, God, I'm sure that's going to sound gross on the recordings, but really excited to do it. The show, I don't know what the time frame is going to be on it, because I know when I mentioned the relaunch of this show earlier this year, I'm going to try to limit it to about 30 to 45 minutes and stuff like that, just depending on the guest communication. Well, I can talk about baseball all day. So depending on how long the conversation goes, maybe we'll part 2 it, part 1, part 2 it, and whatever like that. It won't be a full-blown series like the keto series that I did back in February, which you guys can still check out part 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the interview I had with Jackie. You guys go back and check that out. If you guys had any questions about the keto diet, what it was, anything like that, go check those out. Very informative. 2 hours, over 2 hours of content with the conversation I had with an amazing person who, lives her life by keto code, if you will. Why not? Oh God, what else is going on with the show? There's a huge surprise about the show that's happening, and I want to save it to the end to talk about it. But also, back in December, I started a cosplay series for the show, and it was supposed to be week after week after week after week. But when you start something with the holidays, especially on Christmas and New Year's time, when you try to do something like that, you really can't plan for it because people are so busy around the holidays. I understand that. So the series kind of just skips into different episodes and stuff like that. But the cosplay series is going to come to an end, because right now I have set up to have my final cosplaying guest on the show next week. Now, the whole point of trying to get the cosplay series done, I'm going to have the guest on at the beginning of next week, and I'm hoping to get that show edited together with the help of Derek to get it edited and released for next week's show, because she's going to be out here during C2E2, which is the weekend of the 23rd and 24th. I'm really excited for that because I'm going, so I'm excited to go and do that. As far as I know, I haven't confirmed it with anyone, but I should meet up with Super Casey. I should be able to meet up with my final guest of the cosplay series. I believe Nightmage should be there. I don't know if Cyan Ray is going to be there, and I don't think Limitless Disguise is going to be there, but I'm going to do my best to meet up with them as much as possible, so I'm really excited to be doing stuff, with C2E2 again. And I don't mean doing stuff with C2E2 as in, I'm a guest and there's a collaboration with the convention. So I just mean, actually going there and enjoying it. Because the last time I was there back was, 2016, me and Colin went and everything. So it was a lot of fun. I'm excited to go again. And now that I've established these relationships with these cosplayers, I'm really excited to kind of see firsthand, you know, the interactions I have with them. I don't know if I'll be able to get Geekcast Joe to go, but I mean, we should see. Why not? Oh, flavored water. Oh, jeez, what else is going on? Yeah, I want. Jeez. Oh, I had a question brought to me by somebody not too long ago. If you guys noticed from pictures and stuff, especially with JFW, my sister, who has an amazing hobby of making like shirts and stuff like that, for Christmas got me like this freaking show t-shirt and a JFW t-shirt. I wear the JFW shirt a lot because a lot of the promoting that I've been doing lately was for Just Freakin Wrestling, which if you guys don't know, which I'm hoping you do, it's a wrestling-based podcast. It's all about pro wrestling, stuff like that, independent wrestling, professional wrestling, stuff you see on TV and all that stuff. So I wear that shirt a lot, especially when I'm going out to wrestling shows with my co-host Jay and everything. But I do own a This Freaking Show t-shirt. I wore it out to the bar not too long ago, and a friend of mine asked me about getting one of those shirts. And she's not the only person to ever ask me about it. Actually, a few people have asked me about like podcasting merchandise for both shows. Jay has gotten questions about JFW merch as well, but we always had talks and discussions about trying to see what we could do about putting something like that together for JFW, but I'm starting to think a lot more too about maybe I should look into doing that for This Freaking Show as well. So I just want to leave it up to you guys. It's going to rely on you. It's going to be, based on a decision you guys make on if you really think that I should pursue merchandise for the podcast. So message me, get a hold of me, and let me know if you guys have any interest in This Freaking Show merchandise and stuff like that. I will see what I can do about at least getting shirts going. I don't know about anything else. I know with JFW, we talked about like koozies, keychains, lanyards, stuff like that. Maybe even looking into hats, but I would love to get that feedback on the merchandise stuff so I know what you guys would want to see if I'd even pursue anything like that. Because mentioned over and over and over and over and over and over again, this podcast is for you guys. And this podcast wouldn't exist without you. So, just need the feedback. So you guys let me know. Message me on Facebook or comment on the Facebook page. Maybe I'll put a post up there that you guys can comment too. That if you're interested in merchandise, just say yes. Tell me what kind of merchandise would you expect from the show, whether it be, like I said, shirts or koozies, keychains, decals for your vehicles, stuff like that. And I'll see what I can do about making stuff like that happen for you, because I would love the free publicity of you guys wearing my logo on shirts and shit like that out in public. It would be totally awesome to do. I'm coming up to 150 episodes here at This Freaking Show. Holy shit, I almost said JFW. And we're going to hit 50 50 episodes in May in JFW, so I'm really excited for that too. But we're going to hit 150 here on This Freaking Show. We should have hit 150 already. I technically should probably be in season 4 right now of This Freaking Show. But because of the long hiatus that the show took, because of family shit and everything going on in my life, I decided to commit to the whole 50 episodes a year or a season kind of thing going. So, I believe we're at like episode 30 something right now. So, I got some time before I hit 150. But I'm super excited for that to happen. And guest wise, I'm still looking out there to try to find the best guest possible to have on the show for you guys to hear from. Especially like, bringing back, some of the fan favorites, if you will, like Super Casey and Night Mage, Clint, Fear, and stuff like that. I'm definitely going to look at bringing back some other cosplayers, new cosplayers, actually. They won't be part of the cosplaying series. Cosplaying series has to end at some point, so I can't call it a series for infinity. It just won't fucking happen. But more cosplayers, other podcasters and stuff like that. I have a buddy of mine, Alan, he's a podcaster now too. He came out with his own show. It's called The Gray Area. We're trying to figure out, a collaboration between the two shows for me to be on his show and vice versa for him to come onto my show. So we're gonna be working on that. He probably has one of the most raw podcasts that I've ever heard. And when I say raw, I mean like he's very blunt, he's very honest. He talks about everything on that show. He talks about shit that I'm not gonna talk about on my show. But I think it works for him because he has the ability to do stuff like that. I don't talk about politics on my show, and it's not because I don't want to ruffle feathers of the wrong sides and shit like that. It's just I don't follow politics to the extent where I can have an argument or a conversation about it, because as much as, yes, government affects me and all that other stuff, like, I just really don't care at this point. I want to focus on me, on my shit, my podcast, my diet journeys and everything like that. That's what I'm focused on. It's 2019 is supposed to be the year of travesty. I'm just going to say it. It's my time to focus on me and get my shit together and make sure everything that I'm doing is the right thing for my life. So, to kind of work off of that, I've mentioned a lot, especially during the keto series that I had with Jackie in February. I'm on this diet journey. I blog about it at, this freaking journey.wordpress.com. You can go check out some of the posts and stuff. I've been doing that since last year. So, I just hit like 13 months of doing it. So I started January of last year when I started my journey last year. So a lot of stories, a lot of updates and feedback and stuff like that about my moving forward and weight loss and everything. I talk a lot about, where I started out weight-wise, what I've done to achieve, like, the weight loss I've had, some of the hiccups, obviously the downfalls and stuff like that. The whole reason of doing the journal was to keep myself accountable. And, and it's all real in there. Like, everything in it is legit. It's honest. I don't sugarcoat everything. And, it's there to, praise my success, but also acknowledge my downfalls and stuff like that. And it does help. So I'm happy I do it. The views on that it's been amazing too. So I thank everyone who takes the time out to read those. But like I said, I don't put them out every single week like I should. I really need to, because it does help out a lot. Especially, with, the fact that I'm actually succeeding a little bit more now than I used to. My mom, probably my biggest motivation in my weight loss journey. I don't know if you want to call it a bribe or motivation, if you will, but if I get down to a certain weight by my birthday, which I turned 30 at the end of May this year, so I'm really excited about that. If I get down to a certain weight, which I believe the goal is 320 by May 26th, then, I get to go on any trip anywhere I want, within reason, of course, because, we still live in an economy where we have to keep in mind the cost of trips and, the finer things, if you will. So, to drop down to 320 by May 26th is incredibly, incredibly, incredibly difficult to do, especially right now with me sitting at 390. So to lose 70 pounds by then is difficult unless I drop 7 to 8 pounds every single week until then, which that is what I'm now doing. So far, so good. Knock on wood. I don't want to knock too hard because I don't want the shit to hit this microphone. But I've already dropped 8 pounds just this week alone, and that's from the keto diet. My mom got a gym membership, so she's going to the gym with me to help motivate me to go because it's so fucking boring to go on my own. And also, I'm doing DDP yoga at the house, which is really fun to do. And it's crazy how I've only been doing it for about a week. I mean, obviously I had to take last week off because of how I was feeling, but the week before that, doing it this week, like, my body just feels, like, already it just feels better. And it's just from stretching. So, definitely stretching is an important thing, and that's pretty awesome to realize that now, and it's not too late, Yeah, a lot of people say, like, as you get older and everything, it's a lot harder to lose weight and get in shape and stuff like that, and they are, I believe, 100% fucking right. So, we'll see how it goes and everything. So the overall goal is hopefully by Memorial Day, I will be at 320. If not, I'll be as close as possible to find success in that. So if you have any interest in knowing about my weight loss journey or anything about my, stuff like that, like I said, I do got the journal. It is thisfreakinjourney.wordpress.com. I also have a Facebook group that I started for dieting. It's called Our Freakin Journey. You guys are welcome to join it if you want. It's not kicking off like I think it should, but I know it could be something more, as far as dieting tips and motivation for each other and everything, because I don't want to look at anything like a diet. I want to look at it like an alternative lifestyle or a journey, as I've been calling it. So definitely check that out if you guys are interested in that at all. And what else is there? There's one more thing before I make my announcement. And, geez, what? Oh my god, what is it? I don't know. I don't think there was anything else. It may have been just kind of mentioning all that stuff. Let's recap real quick here. Let me know about merchandise. Okay, that's done. Let me know what kind of merchandise you guys want. Like I said, I'll put a post up on Facebook. You guys just commented that and everything. Going to C2E2. Cosplaying series ending soon. Family member coming on to talk about baseball. Hitting 150 here towards the end of the year. Diet. I think that's about it. I think that's pretty much everything I have. So I'm going to end the show with my Freakin Thinkin of the week. And the Freakin Thinkin I'm having, which is awesome and I'm really excited for it, is that Awkward Colin is coming back to the show. We hung out over the weekend. We went and saw Captain Marvel. Awesome movie. I definitely recommend seeing it. My preference, don't see it in 3D. See it regularly. I was watching in 3D, and for some reason, I think the 3D was kind of screwing me up in it. But go watch it. Check it out in regular 2D. Fuck it. Awesome movie, though. It's an incredible movie, and I'm so glad that it pretty much put all the, I guess you call them trolls online, shut their mouths, I guess. So, awesome movie. But talking to Colin, I just flat out asked him, do you want to come back to the show? He said yes. So, I'm super excited for that. I'm not sure when it's going to happen. I believe it should be happening soon. So, you'll probably just have me and me alone, maybe some guests and stuff for the next few weeks. Probably starting in April. Colin is going to C2E2 with me. So probably following C2E2, we may have Awkward Colin back on the show. As far as Geekcast Joe, I'm not quite sure. I know that he recently got a position, a new job. So I know he's working on that and focusing on that and everything. So I'm going to try to reach out to him, maybe down the road, see if I get him back too. Now, that being said, even though Colin's coming back to the show, it's not changing the new format of this freaking show. The shows are still going to be between 30, 45 minutes at the most per week. So it's not going to go back over. We're not going to do anything like that. But, it's going to be awesome to, when I don't have a guest and stuff like that I can still do something with somebody else, let alone, trying to sit here and fill airspace with what's going on in my life and stuff like that. And that's the only reason I wanted to have this show is because, one, I didn't have a guest. I didn't have a guest for this week, but I still wanted to get content out there because I did miss last week. And two, I want to let you guys know where I'm at, where the show is at, and what we're doing going forward, because we are in season 3 of this show. I love this show. I love the fucking name of this show, and I don't want it to end. So we're going to keep moving forward in it, keep doing what we're doing, and just making a really, really good podcast. And I think bringing back the guys who help make the podcast what it is going to be really cool and a lot of fun. So get prepared for that, guys. Awkward Colin's coming back. Get that fucking energy out of him and everything to be in the podcaster I know he could be. And we'll see what happens with Geekcast Show. I have no idea. Maybe I'll say a lot less because I notice I say that a lot. But we'll see. Airspace. Silence. You can't have silence on a podcast. It's so fucking weird. Anyways, so that's all I have for this show. Not a whole lot going on. Like I said, I just kind of want to give you guys a heads up on a lot of things going on. The show's still moving forward. It's moving forward a lot better than it has in the past, and I'm super excited for it. It just shows that we are growing, and it shows that our fan base is still there being supportive. It's been more supportive than it's ever been ever, and I'm really excited for that, and I thank all of you guys for that because you guys make it happen. it's like I said. I think I said in the very first episode. I don't care if I have 2 or 200 listeners. I would do this show every single week if it just meant 2 people enjoyed it. So I'm happy. I'm happy it's more than 2. Don't get me wrong. But if it was, I'm fine with that too. So make sure you guys go on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You follow us there on social media at This Freakin' Show. I'm going to throw all the C2E2 pictures up on our Instagram. Check out thisfreakinshow.com where you can see everybody who has been on our show. I do got to update it for some of the newer guests and everything. I just haven't had a chance to do that yet. Make sure you let your friends know about the show. You know, if they just want to find a podcast that they can listen to on a drive in and out of work or over a road trip and just want to hear some guy banter with a plethora of guests, if you will, and try to use big words that he doesn't even know what they mean. They just sound fancy. Have them check out This Freakin' Show because we are we're everywhere. We're on iTunes, we're on Google Play, we're on Stitcher, we're on Spotify, we're on Podbean. All you gotta do is search This Freakin' Show. There's no G and N, or freaking. There's no G in freaking. There never has, never been, never will. So This Freakin' Show, Freakin show. Have them check it out. If you guys get a chance and you haven't yet, when you go to listen to our show, wherever you're listening to it, if you could give us a rating, give us a review and everything, it helps boost the show. I'm begging you, please give us a 5-star review, boost the show and everything, and make the show incredibly bigger than I know it is right now. So that's all I got. As always, I am Travesty, and thank you for listening to another episode of This Freakin' Show. I'm out.